Welcome. I'm Inger, she is Rosie, and this is Be Free Yoga. We're so glad you joined us today. This is a 1-hour Vinyasa Flow Yoga class designed for all levels. Just modify based on your fitness level, any injuries you might have, and how you're feeling today, because every day is different and every body is different. If you like practicing with no music or with your own music, you're in the right place. If you prefer to practice with my carefully curated playlist, you can find these same classes on my website, www.befreeyogaAustin.com. And that's B with 2 E's, like the bumblebee. Also there you will find a relaxing guided meditation and written reflections on the weekly topic to help you on your spiritual path. Enjoy your practice today, and thank you so much for joining us. Hello, welcome to Be Free Yoga. My name is Inger, and this is Rosie on her new pillow. And welcome to class today. Today's class is all about comparisons. In this modern world of Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest, we're often comparing the behind-the-scenes version of ourselves with an idealized version of other people. Sometimes we think other people are lacking, but more often than not, we find ourselves lacking. So today on our mat, we explore the antidotes to comparisons. You'll need 2 blocks and a strap for class. And our peak posture will be mermaid today. We'll be doing a lot of preparatory stretches and postures for mermaid. But we're also going to focus on chaturanga. I feel like chaturanga is a posture that naturally causes us to do a lot of comparing with other people. When I was in my first teacher training, we had to do chaturanga on our knees for a month. And it really helped us hone in on proper form and take the ego out of the equation. So today we'll do all our chaturangas on our knees. When you're ready, meet me in child's pose on your mat. Bring your knees wide and your big toes together to touch. Rest your forehead on the mat. And snuggle your ribs between your thighs. Start by taking a deep inhale to the count of 4. And exhale to the count of 5. Another inhale to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 5. Take a moment here in child's pose to find some gratitude for what you have and who you are. The first and most profound antidote to comparisons is gratitude. Rock your head side to side, stimulating your third eye center. And then walk your hands out into the right. Lean into your left side body. And walk your hands to the left upper corner of the room. And lean your body to the right. Inhale, come back to center, press into your hands, lift your elbows, And then round your spine up into tabletop. Take whatever stretches feel good in your spine in tabletop today. Don't consider what other people might be doing or choosing. Just do what feels right for you. Come back to center. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck your toes. And exhale into downward facing dog. And pedal out your legs. Press your chest low. Feel your shoulders open. Then walk your hands back towards your feet as you bend your knees and come into ball pose. Give yourself a hug. Maybe rise up high on your toes. Take a full breath in. And then exhale. Lower your knees and come into toes on fire. You can lean forward or back to adjust the intensity of this toe stretch. And one more breath in. Exhale, puppy pose. Walk your hands even further forward. Find your blocks and place them on your mat on the low setting with enough space in the middle for your head. Rest your elbows on your blocks. And then let your head and chest sink down towards the earth. Hips stacked over your knees, reach your tailbone high. Let your back arch and your shoulders open. Stay connected to your slow, deep breath. On your next inhale, rise up. Set your blocks to the side. Tuck your toes and exhale into downward facing dog. Sink your heels low, flatten your spine. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, take tiny steps forward for ragdoll. Take an infinity grip today. Reach your arms towards the back of the room. And then come forward between your legs, opposite hands on opposite shins. This infinity grip reminds us that we are all one, that we're all connected. When you really remember that simple fact, comparisons fade away. Straighten your legs a tiny bit deep in the opening of your back. Full breath in. Exhale, release your grip. Toe heel your feet together. And roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Keep a bend in your knees. Let your head hang heavy. When you get to the top, circle your shoulders up and back. Samastitihi, hands at heart center. Today, if you feel yourself comparing what you can do or who you are to others, instead focus on the similarities. We all showed up on our mat today. We're all doing our best. We're all strong. We all seek love and belonging. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, release your hands, open your eyes. Grab a block and your strap. Separate your feet enough to put the block between your upper thighs on the narrow setting. Engage your adductors, the muscles on your inner thighs, to squeeze your block. At the same time, engage your mula bandha, your pelvic floor, drawing it upwards. This neutralizes and activates your pelvis. We'll be using the same engagement later in mermaid pose. Then take your strap in your left hand. You can fold it in half. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, ecstasy arms. Bend your left arm so that your hand is behind your neck, left elbow high. Then reach your right arm around the back and grab the other edge of your strap. Work your hands towards each other. Inhale, lift your chest, your elbow. Draw your right shoulder down your back. Look up, tiny back bend. And then exhale, lead with the crown of your head forward and down into a forward fold. Keep your ecstasy arms. Notice how this changes a stretch in your shoulders. Keep your weight forward in the balls of your feet. Inhale, look to the front. Start to flatten your spine. Rise up with control. Big breath in. Exhale, release your left hand. Hold the strap with your right. Inhale, mountain. Are you still squeezing your block? Exhale, ecstasy arms. Right elbow bends. Left hand reaches around. Work your hands together on your strap. Inhale. Look up. Lift your elbow higher. Big breath in. Exhale with a long spine. Slowly hinge forward into your forward fold. Keep squeezing your block. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, look forward. Lengthen as you lift. All the way up. Exhale, release your strap, set it down. Inhale, mountain. Crown over shoulders, over hips, over feet. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, drop your block. Flatten your spine, create a number 7 with your body. Exhale, low lunge, left foot back. Come into a runner's lunge with the blocks on the tall setting under your hands. Work your right foot forward and outside of your blocks. On the inhale, look forward. Spread through your collarbones, sink your hips low. Exhale, straighten your front leg, cat in your spine. Push into your front foot. Inhale, cow. Soften your belly, look forward, hips low. Exhale, cat, straighten your leg again. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, step your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, runner's lunge, right foot back. Hands on your blocks again, inside your front foot. Inhale, cow. Sink your hips low, create space between your ears and your shoulders. Exhale, cat. Straighten your front leg, push into your blocks. Inhale, cow. Warming up our hips here. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Look forward. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot forward. Blocks go to the side. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Tweeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Press into your feet as you rise up. Exhale, curtsy. Kickstand your left foot behind you, cross your knees. Hinge forward, hips low, strong airplane arms. Pause here in curtsy to honor the accomplishments and the good fortune of others. Wish them well. Then inhale back up through mountain, feet together. Exhale, curtsy on the other side. Kickstand your right foot back. Now honor the accomplishments and good fortunes of yourself. Open your chest more. Inhale back up through mountain. Exhale, forward fold, flow down like water. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. And lower your knees for our chaturanga on our knees. Untuck your toes. Spread your fingers wide so that your wrists don't bear all the weight. Make your hips in line with your shoulders and your knees. You don't want your hips up here or it puts too much strain on your shoulders when you lower down. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. Avoid collapsing down. Keep your elbows at your side and your heart open. Inhale, up dog, straighten your arms. Now you can hover your knees. Keep your belly engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, scorpion dog, right leg high. Bend your lifted leg, stack your right hip over your left. Exhale, low lunge. Step between your hands. Inhale, crescent moon. Lower your back knee and rise up. Again, create space, moving your right foot forward and out. Sink your hips low, keep your arms active. A big breath in. Exhale, ecstasy arms. Grab one of your blocks on the tall setting and put your right hand on it and bend your left arm. We'll be coming back to these arms a lot. Imagine my hand behind your heart, lifting it up. Sink your hips lower. On your next inhale, arms go high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Bring your hands inside your right foot. Keep your back knee on the floor. Then just bend your back leg. Reach back with your right hand for a quad stretch. Maybe hold the outside edge of your foot. Draw your heel towards your glute. Engage your left glute. And open up to the side like you're leaning against a wall. One more inhale. Exhale, release your foot. Activate your back leg, active runner's lunge. Inhale, scorpion dog, open your right hip again, nice counter stretch. Exhale, low lunge. Step between your hands. Inhale, warrior one. Plant your back heel, shorten and widen your stance, and rise up. You can work your right foot forward and out so that your knee stacks over your ankle. Keep your back heel glued down. Engage your core. Big breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Roll your right shoulder down your back. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, revolve triangle. Tip forward. Option for a block under your left hand so that you can focus on lengthening your spine and then rotating your shoulders. Send your right hip down and back. Find a gaze that supports you. Big inhale. Exhale, pyramid. Fold forward over your front leg. Your blocks are here for you. Inwardly rotate your thighs. Send your left hip forward and your right hip back. On the inhale, lift and lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, send your chest towards your shin. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, step your back foot back a little bit and open up into triangle. You just widened your stance. Lift and lengthen your spine, then rotate your rib cage. Engage your lower obliques to help lift and lengthen your torso. Inhale, reverse triangle. Your hips move to the front as you high five the back wall with your right hand. A big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Hands to the earth. Inhale, high plank. Lower your knees, untuck your toes. Chaturanga, lower halfway with control. Fight gravity on the way down. Inhale, up dog, levitate your knees. Exhale, lead with your hips into down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Other side, inhale, scorpion dog on the left. Stack your hips, try and keep equal weight in both hands. A big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step between your hands. Inhale, crescent moon. Lower your back knee, rise up. Work your left foot forward and out. Sink your hips low. One more inhale. Exhale, ecstasy arms. Left hand on a block on the tall setting, back by your hips. Right ecstasy arm. We're creating maximum length in our right side body. How can you make that stretch more? Reach your elbow high, sink your hips low. Inhale back up to crescent moon. And then exhale, runner's lunge. Keep your back knee down on the ground, hands inside your front foot. Bend your back leg. Reach around with your left hand for a quad stretch. Open your left shoulder now. Lean back. Hips go low. Send your breath wherever you feel tightness. You can count your breath anytime. Help keep it slow and long. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Activate your back leg. Inhale, scorpion dog. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through. Weight in your feet, lengthen your spine, tent your fingers. Inhale, warrior one. Plant your back heel and rise up. Adjust your stance so it's like you're on railroad tracks. Back toes point to 1 or 2 o'clock. Send your right hip forward so that both hips shine to the top of your mat. Exhale, open twist to the left. Left hand back, right hand forward. Draw your left shoulder down your back. Keep your lunge low. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, tick-tock down. Revolve triangle. Option to put your hand on a block. Lengthen your spine and then rotate your shoulders. Send your left hip down. Slow, deep breaths. One more, inhale. Exhale, pyramid. Fold forward over your front leg. Inwardly rotate your thighs. Lengthen on the inhale and deepen on the exhale. On your next inhale, step your back foot back a little bit. Open up to the right into triangle. Hands and shoulders in one line. Rotate your ribcage skyward, look up. Inhale, reverse triangle. Sash your hips forward. Big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Hands frame your foot. Inhale, step your left foot back. Lower your knees. Chaturanga on your knees. Remember to keep your heart open as you lower down. Stop halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, scorpion dog, right leg high. Open your hip. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Plant your back foot. Rise up. Adjust your stance as you need to. Exhale. Circle your arms back. A few times, big circles. And then the last time, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, send your knuckles down as you open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Bring your right shoulder inside your right knee. Press your palms together. Relax your head and neck. Look to the back of the room. On your next inhale, look forward, rise up with a flat spine. Release your grip back into warrior one. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, revolve triangle. Option for your block. Inhale, open up more. Exhale, forward fold, come into pyramid. Inhale, step your foot back. Come into triangle. Hold for the exhale, lengthen your spine. Inhale, reverse triangle, hips go forward, arm reaches back. Exhale, chaturanga on your knees, flow down. Use your exhale. Focus on form. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, left leg high. Stack your hips, scorpion dog. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Plant your back heel, rise up. Widen your stance. Exhale, circle your arms back. 3 times big, slow circles. This last time, interlace your hands behind your back. Puff up your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder inside your knee. Relax your head and neck. Press your palms together. Send your hips a little lower. Stay connected to your breath. On your next inhale, look forward. Rise up, release your grip, come into warrior one. Exhale, open twist to the left, hands at shoulder height. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, reach forward, then down. Revolve triangle. A big breath in, twist a little more. Exhale, pyramid. Fold forward. Inhale, step your back foot back. Open up into triangle. Stay for the exhale, get long and lifted. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga on your knees. Step your left foot back, hips in line with your shoulders and knees. Lower halfway with control. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Your inhale. Your exhale. Shift forward into high plank. And then slowly lower down. You can use your knees onto your belly for back sit-ups. Rest your forehead on your mat and bring your fingertips behind your ears. Press the tops of your feet down into the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Press your pubic bone down. Inhale. Lift your chest and head. Keep your elbows lifted. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Activate your back body. Keep your feet pressing down. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Lower your left cheek to the mat. Bring your arms down by your sides. Feel your heart beating underneath you. Catch your breath. On your next inhale, bring your chin back to center. For swimmers, reach your arms forward. They can also be out to the side if that works better for your shoulders. Inhale, float everything off the floor. Balance on the soft part of your belly and swim. Tiny swimming movement. We got to work our core that's on the back of our body just as much as the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your right cheek down. Maybe windshield wiper your legs from side to side. And bring your chin back to center. Frame your heart with your hands. And push up to a seat. Have a sip of water. And towel off. You know, it's interesting. I learned that it's actually kind of impossible to judge someone's yoga form just by looking at them. I feel like we compare ourselves to others in yoga classes a lot, making judgments about whether ourselves or other people are doing it right or wrong just on how they look. But we all have different musculature and we all have different skeletal systems. And so a certain amount of openness or depth to a posture may not be possible in everybody's body. And even if the person has all the strength and flexibility necessary to do a certain posture, their skeletal system might be organized in a way that makes that impossible in their body. So the only way to truly judge if someone is in a yoga posture in a way that's right for them is based on how it feels. Do you feel open? Do you feel deep? Do you feel lifted? So maybe explore that a little bit today. And next time you see someone on their mat or in their life, remember that you can't judge a book by its cover because we don't know what's going on the inside. All right. Come onto your back. Grab a block. Put it between your thighs on the narrow setting and come into waterfall. Flex your feet and lift them skyward. Squeeze your block, fire up those adductors, and imagine you're staring up at a night sky. Things are as they are. Looking out into the universe at night, we make no comparisons between right and wrong stars, nor between well and badly arranged constellations. Alan Watts. Bring your hands behind your head for some crunches. Open your elbows wide, big breath in. Exhale, lift your chest and chin. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep squeezing your block. Keep your lower back glued down, belly drawn in. Lift both shoulder blades off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your head. Squeeze your knees into your chest for a second. Release your lower back. Then send your legs high again. Arms by your sides, by your hips for micro hip lifts. Keep squeezing your block and imagine you're stomping on the ceiling, lifting your feet straight up. Try and take the swing out of your legs. It's a small movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees to a right angle, tee out your arms, and then let your knees fall to the left in a hover. Shoulders stay near the earth. Maybe gaze to the right. Inhale back through center. Keep squeezing your block. Exhale, tip your knees in the other direction. Look to the left. It's a modified belly twist pose. Let's go back and forth, side to side a couple more times. Slow, controlled movements. Keep squeezing your block. And then come back to center. Release your block. And take a long good morning stretch. Point your toes, let your lower back arch up. Christian Borle said, someone else's success is not your failure. I love that. It's important to remember that certain things are in unlimited supply. Strength, beauty, success, good fortune, and love. Take one more big inhale, get longer. Exhale, bend your legs, reach for the backs of your thighs. Rock and roll up. Cross your legs, go through a chaturanga on your knees. Fingers wide, elbows grasshopper back, heart is open. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, send your right leg high. Point your toes down, lift through your heel. Exhale, half pigeon. Send your right knee behind your right wrist. Work your shin towards parallel with the front of the room. It's okay if it's not there yet. Now gaze over your right shoulder to help level your hips. Make sure your back toes are pointing to the back of the room. Lengthen one more inhale. And exhale, lower down into half pigeon. You can rest your head on a block or on the floor. We're here for a few moments. Comparison is an act of violence against the self. That one's so true. Like I pointed out at the beginning of class, we don't even know if our comparisons are accurate, and most likely they're not. We're comparing apples and oranges. With each exhale, release any tension you're holding in your hands or your face or your hips. On your next inhale, rise up onto your hands, tuck your back toes. Exhale into down dog with your right leg crossed under your left. Press your chest down and your tailbone high. Then come into high plank and exhale into side plank. Left arm high. Option to bring your right knee on the floor for a supported side plank, or reach down and grab your right toes with your left fingers and extend your bottom leg to the side. See what works for you. One more inhale. Exhale, release. And inhale, come all the way into a scorpion dog or a wild thing, planting your right foot behind you on the floor. Either option's fine. Rainbow your hips up, big breath in. Exhale, slowly lower your hips for a wide-legged forward fold. You're facing the back of your mat likely, or maybe the side. It's okay. Widen your stance. You can always push into the floor behind you to lengthen your spine and push you forward. Or you can walk your hands forward. Maybe grab your toes. See what works for you. Flex your feet, outwardly rotate your thighs. Inhale, rise back up. Cross your right foot over your left leg, spin around, and meet in down dog for the other side. Full inhale, full exhale. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Situate your legs, left knee behind your left wrist. Look over your left shoulder this time. Make sure your toes are pointing back, not pigeon-toed in. Inhale, lengthen as you look forward. Exhale, lower down into sleeping pigeon. On the inhales, you can squeeze your pelvic floor, engage your Mula Bandha, your root lock. And then on the exhales, you can release. Let your hips sink lower. Brene Brown said, stay in your lane. Comparison kills creativity and joy. So true. By the same token, we could say stay on your mat. Even if you're in a group class setting, this is your private practice on your mat. Time with yourself. On your next inhale, remove your block, rise up onto your hands. Exhale into down dog, cross your left leg underneath you so that your legs are crossed, press your chest low. Inhale forward into high plank. Root into your left hand side, plank right arm high. Remember your options. You can support yourself with a knee on the floor. You can reach for your left big toe with your right peace fingers and extend your leg to the side. Keep your hips lifted. Then release, inhale up through scorpion dog. Maybe come all the way into wild thing. Let your left foot hit the floor. Rainbow your hips up, left arm overhead, big breath in. Exhale, go ahead and sit down. for your wide-legged forward fold. So much about ourselves we don't even choose. We're born into this skin. Our childhood helps shape us. Comparisons are futile. Inhale, rise up. Cross your left foot over your right. Spin around. Meet in down dog. Sink your heels low. Reach your hips high. Inhale, scorpion dog. Right leg high. Exhale, come back into pigeon. Stay upright and prepare for mermaid, our peak posture. You have an option to put a block under your right hip on whatever setting works for you to help give you stability as you go into mermaid. Maybe your hips are on the floor. Maybe you want to balance by drawing up on your pelvic floor like we practiced. Bend your back leg and capture your foot with your left hand. Engage your pelvic floor, then take your right ecstasy arm, elbow lifted high. Maybe you work your foot towards the crook of your left arm. Maybe your hands meet. Maybe you just stay here. Maybe you're sitting on a block. Focus on how the posture feels in your body. Do you feel lifted? Do you feel a nice stretch? Do you feel strong? One more inhale. Exhale, release your mermaid. Tuck your back toes. Go through a scorpion dog to counter stretch that hip. And exhale into down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, left scorpion dog. Exhale, half pigeon. Come into your good half pigeon. And then maybe stick a block under your left hip. Draw up on your pelvic floor, lift through your spine, bend your back leg. Reach back and capture your right foot with your right hand. Then take your left ecstasy arm. Work your right foot towards the crook of your elbow if you can. Maybe your hands touch. Everything we've done prepared us for this. Pelvic floor engaged. One more inhale. Exhale, release. So strong. Inhale. Come through your scorpion dog. And exhale into down dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or hop to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, swan dive up. Exhale, samastitihi, hands to heart center. Close your eyes, lift your chest into the outside edges of your thumbs. Pause here and imagine that you are a tree in the forest. Become your favorite kind of tree. Imagine roots growing down out of your feet. Ram Dass wrote this about trees and comparisons. When you go out into the woods and you look at trees, you see all these different kinds of trees. And some of them are bent, and some of them are straight. Some of them are evergreens, and some of them are whatever. And you look at the tree and you allow it. And you see why it is the way that it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light, and so it turned out that way. And you don't get all emotional about it, you just allow it. The minute you get near humans, you lose all that. You are constantly saying, you are to this, or I am to that. And the judging mind comes in. And so I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are. Take a big inhale to appreciate your special kind of tree. Exhale, release your hands, open your eyes, prepare for tree on the left. Open your left knee to the side. You can kickstand your foot on the floor, bring it on your shin or your thigh. You can take any hand position that supports you, or you can join me in ecstasy arms today. Left elbow high, right arm reaches behind your back. You can get your strap, or you can just imagine it's there and work your hands together. Lower your your right shoulder down. Press your leg into your foot and your foot into your leg. Stay connected to your grounding roots. And one more inhale. Exhale, release. Other side, open your right knee to the side. Again, pick the foot position that works for you. Option for ecstasy arms, right elbow high, left arm reaches behind. Keep your chest and chin lifted. Avoid pressing your hips to the left. Draw everything to the midline. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on your shins. Exhale, last chaturanga on your knees. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Your inhale, your exhale. Lower your knees, hip width distance apart, and come up to standing on your shins for a half camel with ecstasy arms. Bring your blocks back by your feet on the tall setting. Reach your left hand back onto your block, right ecstasy arm. Send your hips forward. Lift your elbow and your chest. A big breath in. Exhale, release. Other side, bring your right hand onto your block, left ecstasy arm. Look up. Feel your way into this posture. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Come to sit on your heels in Thunderbolt. Inhale, prayer hands overhead. Interlock your thumbs. Big breath in. Exhale into tortoise. Start bending forward at your hips. See if your forehead can hit your mat before your hands do. And then work your hands forward, elbows off the floor. Press into the outside edges of your hands. Glennon Doyle wrote, "We're only envious of those already doing what we were made to do. Envy is a giant flashing arrow pointing us towards our destiny." I love that one. It's the positive side of comparisons, that it can inspire and motivate us when we see something that we want. A couple of more breaths here. On your next inhale, see if you can lift your hands first, then your forehead, and then rise up. Exhale, release your hands down to your side. Thunderbolt pose. Reconnect with that oneness. Big breath in. Shift your hips. Well, actually, separate your heels and lower your hips in between your feet for hero pose. This isn't possible with everybody's musculature and skeletal systems. If it doesn't work for you, you can sit on a block on any setting that you want. If none of that feels good, do some stretches in an easy seat or staff pose. Once you're here in a way that works for you, reach your arms high. Exhale, circle them back behind you. Fingers point to the back of the room. Inhale, lift your hips as you look up. You can do this even if you're on a block in most cases. Exhale, lower your hips down. Circle your arms up and then forward fold. Slow, deep breaths. On your next inhale, rise back up. And we'll come into reclining hero. Keep your hips between your heels. First step is you can come down onto your elbows. You can stay right here really and draw your belly button in. That'll protect your lower back. If it works in your body, you can lower down onto your back. You can stay here, or you can reach your arms overhead. Listen to your body. Continue to breathe. And then when you're ready, work your way back out the way you came in. Rise up to a seat. Swing your legs out from underneath you and shake them out in staff pose. So good. Now come into half cow face pose. Keep your left leg long and cross your right leg over the top of it. Knees stack. Your heel is by your hip. You can stay right here, or you can come into a forward fold. You have your strap if you want to hook it on your foot. Inhale, rise up. And take a gentle twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Support yourself with your hands. Big breath in. And take a nice counter stretch to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Switch out your legs, right leg long. Half cow face on the other side. Cross your left leg over your right so that your knees stack and your left heel is by your right hip. Flex your extended leg, glue it down. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, rise up and take a nice gentle twist to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Stay rooted in your sits bones. Big breath in. Unwind, counter stretch to the right. And release. Shake out your legs, and then have your strap nearby. Slowly lower down onto your back. Place your strap on your left foot for supine hand to big toe pose. Level your hips with the front of your room. Flex your lifted leg. Big breath in. Exhale, open your leg to the side. Rotate your inner thigh towards your face, an outward rotation. Reach through your heel. Activate the top of your leg to stretch the back of your leg. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, cross it over. Left leg goes to the right. You can extend your left arm and gaze to the left. Send your top hip away from your face. Create length in that side of your body. Pull on your strap. Lift your leg a little more. And then come back to center and switch out to the other foot. Again, lengthen through the back seam of your leg. Send your right hip to the front of the room. Pull on your strap to deepen your stretch. Big breath in. Exhale. Open your leg to the right side. Outwardly rotate your inner thigh. Reach with your heel. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, cross it over. Gaze to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Release your strap. Send your legs up into waterfall. And then exhale into happy baby. Knees wide. You can hold the outside edges of your feet or your shins or the backs of your thighs. It doesn't matter what anybody else can do. Do what works for you. Big breath in. Exhale, release, come into full wind removing pose, forehead to knees, curl up in a tiny ball, take a deep inhale, and exhale into supported fish. You can do Shavasana if you want, or you can join me in closing class in supported fish. One block under your head like a pillow, and the other between your shoulder blades, high up on your back. It's just like Shavasana, except we get a nice, passive heart opener. If you feel any strain on your lower back, you can plant your feet on the floor. Just experiment and see what works for you. And then imagine you're floating weightless in the water. Rumi wrote, "Are you jealous of the ocean's generosity? Why would you refuse to give this joy to anyone? Fish don't hold the sacred liquid in cups. They swim in the huge fluid freedom." Inhale, take a long good morning stretch. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes. Take a big inhale. And then roll onto your side into fetal pose. And take a counter stretch to fish by rounding your spine and cozying in. Use your bicep as a pillow. Pause here and make a game plan for this week if you find yourself comparing. One thing I like to do is to play the admiration game. Anytime you encounter something or someone during your week, try and find one thing to admire about them. Maybe it's how they carry themselves, or their hair, or their confidence, their honesty. And then look for the similarities. Move from comparison to communion. On your next inhale, with as little movement as possible, rise up to an easy seat on your mat. Root down through your sits bones, lengthen your spine, and bring your hands to third eye center. The light, the love, the teacher, the student, and the hot mess in me recognizes and adores the light, the love, the teacher, the student, and the hot mess in each of you. Namaste. Yay. I hope you feel good and open and peaceful after your yoga class today. And I look forward to seeing you next time at Be Free Yoga. Have a good week.